What's up, everyone? It's that math magician, and on this video, we're taking a look at linear equations, and we want to see, can we find the equation for a line when we only know 2 points? I think we can, but we might need to see an example. So here we go. We have our standard equation that we use for graphing, y equals mx plus b. Remember, m is the slope, b is the y-intercept. And look right there, I got 2 points that I need to use. I got the blue point, which is at 3, 4. And then I got the other red point, which is at 5, 8. So I know 2 points on this line, and I want to see, can I write the equation for the line? What I'm really saying is, can I find the slope, and can I find the y-intercept? And I think we can. So let's see how we're going to do this. We need to remember that m represents slope, and slope is just a fraction when we're graphing. That fraction is delta y over delta x. Remember, delta is just a Greek symbol that means change. So that's saying, what's the change in your y and what's the change in your x? Well, I can definitely do that. And the reason why I know I can do that is because I'm given 2 points where I have an x and a y and an x and a y. So I know 2 y values. I know that one of the y's is 8, one of the y's is 4. So when they're asking me to find the change in y, I can do that using those 2 points. All I have to do is take 8 and subtract it from 4. If I do that, right, take 8, subtract it from 4, I'm going to be able to see what the change in y is. And 8 minus 4 ends up being 4. Now, you might be thinking, okay, well, why did he use 8, the bigger number, and then subtract his 4, the littler number? It really doesn't matter. I could have flipped those. It truly doesn't matter. I'm just a little lazy, and I like to do big minus little. Okay, but if you don't believe me, flip it, and we're still going to end up with the final slope as the same answer. Let's keep going with this. Delta x, okay? Because I chose the red y first, I now have to choose the red x first. I can't swap it now. I can't all of a sudden say, okay, now I'm going to do 3 minus 5. That's not going to be okay. Okay, I have to be consistent. If I'm using the second point as the first one, then I need to make sure that I am being consistent. So I'm going to do 5 minus 3, and 5 minus 3 makes 2, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So I know that the slope for our line, right? We're trying to find the slope for our line. I know that the equation for the line, the equation is definitely going to have 2 as the slope. So let's start writing this out because I think we're almost ready to go. Y equals, I know it's going to be 2x plus b. But man, I am so close, right? I am so close. I got the 2. I got the slope. I just need to find the b term. And we can find the b term because look what we got going on here. We have an x and we have a y. And I actually have 2 pairs of points that we could use. It doesn't matter which one we throw in there. Okay, now I know I wrote the red ones, right? I wrote red arrows. But I'm going to show you I can throw in the blue points, right? What does y equal for the blue point? It equals 4. So I'm going to change y to be 4 because that's what y equals on that point. I have 2 and 2 times x, and the x is 3. And I have plus b. Now you might be thinking, will this work if I'm using the blue point? What if I wanted to use the red point? I challenge you guys to try the red point. Instead of substituting 4 and 3, substitute 8 and 5. And I promise you should still get the same answer, okay? All right, but we got this equation that we got to simplify now. Now, I got 4, and it's going to equal 2 times 3. Well, 2 times 3 is just 6. I want b by itself. So if I'm trying to get b by itself, I want to subtract this 6 that I see from both sides. By doing that, they zero out, right? They're going to zero out on that right side, and I'm left with just b equaling 4 minus 6. And what's 4 minus 6? Well, I think it ends up being a negative 2. So look what I was able to do there. I was able to find the slope and the starting point just by knowing 2 points of this equation. And I now think I can write the final equation. Y is going to equal mx plus b, but m is x, or sorry, not m is not x, m is 2, and b is negative 2. This is how you find the equation of a line when you're given 2 different points. Alrighty, y'all, you're doing so good. I promise you that you can do better with this. So, find another example problem. Get 2 different points. It's going to be the same steps. It's just going to be different numbers, but you can do it. I believe in you. Alrighty, y'all, it's that Math Magician, and I'll see you on the next video.